In today's video, I'm showing off how to make a player save system in Godot 4. So as you can see here, this is the main menu for my game called Fight Poker. And if I go settings, I have this spot to enter a new name. So I'll do my channel name, Carbone Dev. And if I push enter and then go back and exit out of the program, I can relaunch it and all the data will be exactly the same. And this applies to the name as well as the sound effects and the music. So I can go settings and you see my name is saved. And I could also change the sound effects and make them really loud, and that will save, or I could turn them off and that will save as well. So to show off how we do this, we got to go into our script, and the first thing I have is this resource script. And a resource is similar to a node in Godot, except the main thing is we can save it as a .tress file, and all of its variables are stored within this file. So for my game, I have a player name, a sound effect volume, a music volume, and whether we should play the tutorial or not. And I have two functions here, a write save game and a load save game. In write save game, I set resource saver.save and then save this self into the save game path. And you could change this to whatever you want. This doesn't matter. This is just an example for this tutorial. And then load save game, if a resource exists at the save game path, return it as a player save, otherwise return null. Now this doesn't do anything on its own, so we have to have some way to access this, and that is where this data save comes in, which is a global variable that we can go project settings, globals. We set it right here, and all it does is it has a variable data, which is a player save, and on ready, we set data equal to player save.load save game, and if that is null, we create a new save game. So what this basically does is on the start of our program, it creates a save and it looks if we already have a save and just loads it. Otherwise, it will create its own save. And once this system is set up, we can use this save, write save game and this data save to access any of our code. So in this on name edit text submitted, which is when we push enter on the name edit, if our character is greater than 16 in length or contains an enter, we just return and don't do anything. But otherwise, we set datasave.data.thePlayerName equal to new text, and then we go datasave.data.write save game. And what this does is anytime we change the game and we enter in a new name, it will take the data save and find the data and then write the new text to it and save that to the file. And then the rest of this just modifies the scene so that it looks good and plays a sound effect. But that is how it works, and this works for more than just name edit. Like we have it set for the sound effect drag ended for both the volume and the music. And one thing you have to do if you set this up is you have to load all of the variables into whatever scene you plan to use them on. So for this case, I set the placeholder text equal to the player name, and I set the slider values equal to the volume. And you could use this for a ton of things. You could use this for a player's position in the world. You could use it for inventory, for achievements, anything like that. And if you enjoyed this video, but you want to see how I made this UI look like the way it does, you should click on this video here. And until next time, see ya.